Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Neven, A Ket's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Of course not, I would never hurt my fathers. That last word comes out of Melbourne's mouth with difficulty. It's at this point that I realize it's rare for him to call them fathers rather than by their names. Sorry, but Aeon had blood in his mouth. I thought there'd been something between you two. The bear rubs his eyes and gives a long sigh as he shakes his head. He bumped his head, that's all. I squint my eyes, trying to detect a lie in the prince's eyes, but despite my doubts about the veracity of his words, he sure looks like he's telling the truth. Well, I guess it's time to go back upstairs. People might get worried if I'm away for my own birthday. Would you like me to go with you? If you don't mind, it would be my pleasure. Melbourne still smiles at me as he stands up, then he takes the lead. We both walk out to head back to the stands in order to return to our seats. Eon and Lusk are already there, simply watching us pass as if nothing had happened. I nod in their direction with a small smile, and I almost feel as if I can see them sigh. I sure hope I said the right things to Melbourne. 3 more fights take place before Clovis declares the end of this first day of the festival. None of them manage to thrill the crowd as much as the previous ones, and I can even see some people leaving before the last one is over. We're also getting ready to empty our stands, and looking at Melbourne's or Raket's expressions, I don't particularly get the impression that we've just had a birthday party. They look tired at best, bored at worst. My self-esteem wouldn't stand for it if I left someone looking like that when it's supposed to be a special day for them. There's got to be something I can do. I racked my brains for a moment before finally coming up with a solution. A little private party, with Melbourne and those close with him only. And I even have an idea of the perfect place for it. The fact that it'll give me a little eye candy at the same time is just an absolutely accidental bonus. I grab the bear by the arm before he leaves and give him my best smile. By the way, would you like to take a little bath with your dearest retainers? I think we could all use a little relaxation after today. I'm not sure if that's really appropriate. Listen, I know it's the festival and all that. It's technically supposed to be for your birthday. But you can't pretend this is how you'd like to spend it. I saw the look on your face. Even you were fed up with it. I guess it can't hurt. Who do you want to invite? I was planning to invite Tennock and Gilliant, hoping they've had time to heal, and Ket too. He needs to socialize a bit. I doubt Gilliant is in a very good shape for that kind of activity. He can't heal because of his brand, yes, I know, but I'm pretty sure he's not the kind of panther to stay in bed and rest for an entire day. Considering Melbourne's expression of uncertainty, I insist by putting on my best puppy dog alone. I suppose you're not entirely wrong. A little company won't do him any harm. By the way, while we're talking about that, I'd like to invite Vakad, too. The problem is, I haven't seen him all day. Do you know where he is? The bear stares at me questioningly for a moment before he decides to find out more. Why invite him? You know he's a bit of a loner. Sometimes you don't know what's good for you. He's got a kind heart, and I'm sure he'd accept the invitation if we presented him with the right arguments. The thing is, for the last few weeks, Vakad hasn't been feeling very well. Oh, that's why he wasn't anywhere in the castle. Is it bad? I think it's just exhaustion. He's been working a lot lately. It's been complicated. I see. Can't you ask him if he wants to come anyway? I think it's when you're at your lowest that you need the presence of others the most. Melbourne sighs heavily as he rubs his eyes. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not promising anything, alright? Understood. And good luck. He's the grumpy type, but I know you'll find the right words. I managed to elicit a smile from the bear, and I have to admit it's reassuring. He needs a bit of levity, especially after what he's just done. As quickly as possible, I'm scouring the castle to notify Tennock and Ket. However, strangely enough, Gilliant is the most difficult to find. I expected to see him in his bedroom, recovering from his wounds, but there was no one there. Finally, I found him in his office, filling out some paperwork. It took me a while to convince him, but he eventually agreed to join us for the evening. We're now on our way to the baths to join the rest of the group. I still don't understand why you're so eager for me to come. I told you, it's the prince's birthday, and I want to offer him a moment of relaxation with his friends. I'm captain of the guards. It's inappropriate, I know. You're repeating yourself. Now, undress. We've arrived. Excuse me? They're baths, Gillian. You do understand the concept, don't you? I know what a bath is. I'll stay on the edge. Don't be ridiculous. I won't take my clothes off. But you'll die of heat. That's my problem. I said no. Fine. Have it your way, but don't complain later. It's not going to happen. I let out a sigh and started undressing. And here I was, hoping to finally find out what's under all that armor. Guess I can forget about it. But one day I'll know. I'll solve this mystery. I mean, he looks really fluffy. Oh, wait. No, it's just part of his armor. Okay. Still, you can just probably take a guess. It's going to probably look like damn Geralt under that armor. Just scars everywhere. Once naked, I wrapped myself in a towel before moving towards the baths, followed by the guard. A cloud of steam greeting me as I opened the door, and I could hear the sound of conversation inside. Ah, here come our stragglers at last! Oh my. Woo! Goodness. Ha! Oh my. Lieutenant Coquette, Vicad, and Melbourne are already immersed in water, obviously waiting for us. I point to Gillian before stepping forward to dive in. Sorry, I had to convince that grouchy panther. It took a while. I'm not grouchy, I just think it's inappropriate for someone like me to be... Gillian, please do me a favor. Shut up and join us for a bit. It's my birthday. You can give me some of your time. That seems to be enough to keep the panther quiet. I settle down next to a cat and smile as I slide in beside him, while I tenderly squeeze his talons under the water. Meanwhile, Gillian takes a seat on the bench next to the pool. He's really determined not to get wet. However, as I watch him, I can spot a small barrel at his feet, the appearance of which is familiar to me. Is this your Nadie stash? Absolutely. It's not a birthday party without alcohol. Tenok, I'm not here to get drunk. Oh, it's Tenok. Okay, I was doing a cat's voice. No one's forcing you to get that far, but you've got to admit that everything's more fun with little wine in your veins. For once, I agree with the ambassador, my prince. Ah, see, everyone's with me. I didn't say anything. Maybe I should do a different voice for Vicad. I didn't say anything. And he who says nothing consents. Oh God, that's an awful saying. What's this bull? Oh, I'm just a southern voice for Vicad. What's this bullshit again? Just an old expression Tenok uses to impose his ideas. I'm just saying, the little alcohol won't hurt us. We can drink responsibly. If you're going to be inappropriate, might as well be inappropriate all the way. There! Listen, even the steel kitty is on board. The what? I'm sure it was a compliment. If this evening ends without anybody trying to strangle someone, I'll consider it a success. The cat laughs lightly, and after a brief moment his laughter spreads to us. Even if the situation isn't particularly funny, I get the impression that we're releasing all the pressure built up during the day. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's got into me. It doesn't matter. I think we all needed it. Tenok straightens up to lean over the edge, offering a superb, if I may say so, view of his behind to everyone as he fills the glasses laid beside the barrel. He then passes them to us before raising his own for a toast. What if our dear royal bard were to do the honors? After all, speeches are in the job description, aren't they? You say that as if it bothers me to hear my own voice. I stick my tongue at him and raise my glasses to clear my throat. Ahem. Gentlemen, friends, colleagues, prince, guard, hunter, and ambassador. You managed to not forget anyone. I'm impressed. We are gathered here today for... Is this a birthday toast or are we at a wedding? Hey, let me talk, would you? I also deserve to have a little fun. Maybe you should have a little fun a little faster. Come on, you two. The cat smiles at me with an innocent air. I take note, Mr. Falcon. I take note. Anyway, as I was saying, we're here to celebrate the birthday of the Prince of Frostfang, friend and future king of Melbourne. Although I've only been here a little over a month, I can already say that it's been a real pleasure, as well as an honor to meet you, and I'm sure we all feel the same here. So, let me wish you a wonderful birthday. May the coming year be as good as it can be, and followed by many more. To Melbourne! To Melbourne! We raise our glasses and drink heartily. I'm pleased to see a big smile spread across the prince's face. At least he enjoyed my little speech. Thank you. I haven't really had a chance to do this kind of thing since, well, I don't even know when. I can hardly say how happy it makes me. I told you this was a good idea. However, I'm not the only one to congratulate. You deserve it too. We deserve it. Good lord, y'all, I am just going through water today. Ooh. Ooh. Of course, you gave us a great performance today. I don't think I've ever seen such a show before. And the fact that you're really the only person in the world able to do what you did helps a little. By the way, not bad. The little trick with the planks. Thanks, but it was a collaborative effort. I wouldn't have been able to do all this without a cat. I just played. And you played beautifully. I'm curious to hear what else you can bring us. I watch the falcon blush as I smile wider. It's nice to see his work acknowledged. Having said that, I don't think I'm a descendant of Agile. If we go by the text, we don't even know if he was a brown bear. That's just details. Now you are, at least for those who were present today, and that's what counts, isn't it? No one could prove otherwise. It'll only increase your fame. I suppose so. Anyway, thank you. A silence ensues, during which we simply enjoy the warmth of the baths. Excuse me. And now? Do you have any plans while we're all here naked? I mean, I know where parties like this one usually end up, but I'm not sure if it's to everyone's taste. Although Tennick would probably be up for it. By the way, why the baths? I don't think it's the usual place for a party. I thought it would be the only place in the castle where we'd have some peace. This goes to show even you can have good ideas once in a while. Hey! You're right about that. We won't be disturbed here. As for what we could do if our favorite bunny doesn't have an idea, I fortunately have one. Ellois turned to Tennick, who was clearly enjoying the attention. It's a pretty classic game in Kazal. It allows us to drink and learn nasty little secrets about our friends. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Don't worry, it's innocent, and nobody's forcing you to drink a lot. One sip can be enough. It's quite simple, really. Each of us will take a turn announcing a truth about himself, something we've done or something we'd like to do. And if it's true about you, too, you drink. How do we win? We don't really win. That's not the point. It's not a game if there's no winner. That's easy enough to fix. Let's refill our glasses and take a single sip when we have to. Last one to finish his drink wins. I suppose that could work, but we don't have to explain why we're drinking, do we? If you feel like it, nothing's stopping you, but we're not going to force you to say it. Tennick smiles and stands up to refill everyone's glasses. So, are you in? Yep, alcohol and dirty little secrets. It's an evening just the way I like them. I can try. If it gets out of hand, I'm calling it quits. I guess I'll follow along. Perfect. Our glasses are refilled, and Tennick returns to his seat with an amused glance at our odd group. I suppose it's logical enough to make me start, and I suggest we kick things off with the classic. I'd like to sleep with someone here. I have an opportunity here to embarrass a cat, and I don't intend to pass it up. I give him a mischievous look before raising my glass. Surprisingly, Melbourne drinks too. I find it hard to hide my surprise, however, when I see the Falcon doing the same with a little air of defiance on his face. You find yourselves a room, you two. And maybe later, who knows? That seems to make a cat revert to his usual state of being a red mass of embarrassment. His eyes turn to a cat, the next in line in our game. I catch a brief movement out of the corner of my eye. I turn my head just quick enough to see Gillian taking a drink as quickly and discreetly as possible. He has obviously noticed that I've seen him, because just as I'm about to say something, his gaze locks into mine and makes his intentions clear. I think I'm dead if I say anything. Message received. It's my turn, I think. I just need to come up with an idea. You don't have to ask the same kind of questions I do. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Vicard, relax a bit, will you? So, I know. I've looked at all my parents having, well, you know. I think everyone gets the idea. However, this suggestion seems to be considerably less successful. This time Melbourne is the only one to raise his glass. Really? You get to see royalty fuck? I wish I hadn't. It's not that kind of show I'd like to remember. Ooh, but in that case, you might be able to answer one of Frostfang's greatest mysteries. Tell us all about it. Which one screws the other? I have to admit, I'd like to know too. Ellois! What? I'm curious, that's all, and I bet it's Aeon. Nah, I'm sure the tiger likes to be tamed in private. Need to remind you that we're talking about our kings and the lords of this domain. Come on, we're just joking. There's no way I'm answering that. Melbourne pauses and smiles with a mysterious air. I can tell you, however, that Aeon knows some very original ways to use his brand. Any details? I want to know absolutely everything. No way, you'll have to let your imagination work. What? But... Too late, it's your turn. I glare at the prince. Is he really going to leave me without an answer? Alright, it's my turn then. I'm now faced with a choice. Either I choose a trivial question to get everyone to drink, or I try to dig up some nasty little secrets. Meh, there'll be plenty of time to drink later. Time to uncover some interesting gossip. Since you all seem to be so into sex tonight, I've already found myself with more than 2 other people in bed. I throw an amused glance at the group while a cat blushes as he looks away, and Melbourne stares at me half amused, half impressed. Vicard, on the other hand, simply raises his eyes to the ceiling. To no one's surprise, Tennick raises his glass for a sip, then winks mischievously at us. Huh, and here I was hoping to discover something interesting about... Ah, that idea is pretty good. All eyes turn to Gillian, who slowly lowers his glass as he looks sideways at us, clearly proud of his impression. Gillian? What? I wasn't always a guard. I had a life before that. I was absolutely convinced you didn't understand the concept of fun. Bunny, if you knew half the things I did when I was your age, you'd be as red as a cat right now. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Alrighty, y'all. We had this was a good Neven video. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!